Our first recipe today is cheesy broccoli rice. To complete this meal, you're going to need rice, water, broccoli, cornstarch, milk, cheddar, and salt just to make things taste right. So to begin, you're going to want to grab 2 broccoli fillets, and you're going to want to cut them so that they're really small and easy to cook in the microwave. Just like that. And then you're going to want to add them to our bowl here. The next ingredient, we need 5 tablespoons of rice. So 1, 2, 3, and 5, our 5th tablespoon. And now finally, you're going to need 2/3 cup of water. So just make sure that water doesn't spill and cause a mess. So just a nice pour. And then finally get your spoon. And then if I were you, I would just make sure you would stir it around really good. Make sure all the rice is submerged underwater. And make sure that the broccoli is nice and evenly distributed for, just overall better taste later. So now that we have everything stirred up, you finally want to get a plate. I'm just using the plate that I used to cut my broccoli. I'm going to cover the bowl now, and now we're going to take it over to the microwave. Now, since my microwave here at the fraternity house is a little bit older, I'm going to cook it at 4 minutes. But now, if you have a microwave that's 1200 watts or a little bit higher, 350 or less could actually be good enough to cook the minute rice. But if you have an older microwave, I would shoot more for 4 minutes. So we're going to start this, and once that's done cooking, I'm going to continue. Once you know the rice is fully cooked, we're going to remove it now from our microwave. It's a little bit hot. Now that you know that your rice is fully cooked, the broccoli is fully cooked, it's now time to mix our final ingredients. So we're going to mix a 1/2 teaspoon of cornstarch. We're going to mix 3 tablespoons of milk. And then finally, 4 tablespoons of our cheddar. So now finally, you're going to want to mix this up. You're going to want to mix it really good. And the reason why you want to mix it good is for that cornstarch. Because if that cornstarch, in our next step, if it activates right and cooks properly, you'll have a really thick, hearty rice bowl that ultimately has some really good flavors and ultimately has a really good thick sauce. So once you feel like you have that fully mixed up and to your liking, I'm just going to stir it a little bit more because I was always taught, stir twice, cook once. So we're going to stir it up. Once you feel like you have it nice and stirred, you're going to throw it back into the microwave for 1 minute and 30 seconds. At this time, you're not going to have the paper plate on it, just to make sure you get that direct heat. So we're going to cook it for a final 1 minute and 30 seconds. After it's been cooked for that 1 minute and 30 seconds, you're going to want to pull it out of the microwave. And now you finally going to want to have it stand for 2 to 1 minute just to make sure that it's fully cooled off. And what I like to do is when it's cooled off, just put a little pinch of salt in your hand and put that into your cheesy broccoli rice combination and then stir it up. That way that the rice is all nice and stirred and evenly mixed in, and then finally your broccoli and your cheese and everything has one last chance to make sure that it's fully evenly distributed. And then once you know it's evenly distributed and it's safe to eat, you just pull a nice handful and eat. That's really good.